Hi everyone, welcome to another day, another dollar worth mega views, 1060. And I'd like to take you through a platform I was thinking about for quite some time, but I think now is a good time to showcase it. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is because I'm seeing a lot of articles of, major legacy brands laying off their staff and automating those exact same, workforces, work tasks. And it's causing a lot of distress in the communities and instability, and people are getting a bit antsy about it or wanting to boycott and do all sorts of things. And I just think that's so counterproductive, considering it's not going to change, it's just going to only progress, right? There's nothing more you can do to resist the fact that they are implementing it, whether we like it or not. But what we can do is empower ourselves. Instead of fighting against something that's not going to be beneficial to anyone, why not empower yourself to pivot? And what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a pilot, right? And the pilot is promising you that he's going to take you from point A to point B. You pay for your plane ticket, so you made that upfront investment of paying for your plane ticket to get from point A to point B. But a storm arises and the pilot doesn't want to take you straight from A to B. He wants to go and pivot the plane in a different direction to get you to where you need to be safely. Now you've already paid for your ticket. You've invested on that, and now you're getting upset about it, and you want to sue the pilot when really the pilot is just the pilot. It's not his fault that there's a big storm or there's something that's out of his control to change, right? So instead of getting all like, let's boycott the pilot, why not understand the idea of pivoting and pivot your skills and all the experience that you've gained into something that's going to be beneficial to everyone and move humanity forward, move things in a positive direction, but also in a way that's going to set you up so that you come out as a winner. Because feeling sorry for yourself and getting all down about it and brooding and grieving too much about something that you can't change, it's gonna be very like, we're gonna be stuck, right? So also it's gonna stir up more negativity and more violence and more trouble. We don't want that. We want everyone to prosper and everyone to come up in life, and it takes a certain mindset to pull yourself out of it and get your gear, get your ducks in a row, get your redirection. And I've pivoted so many times, and I've just become more resilient and more effective in pivoting and seeing the telltale signs of where I need to and move and make a decision and go for it. So here I put together this pivot pilot, I called it, because it kind of reminded me of being on a plane and having to pivot. And it can also apply for a cruise ship if there's a big, sea storm or whatever. The captain always pivots the ship so that it avoids the storm, so that we land, it may not be the exact straight route, but we get to our destination eventually. So here your skills are your flight plan. So displaced by change, your human experience isn't obsolete, it's your runway. So think of it as a runway. Think of it as, okay, I'm giving myself this amount of time to get to where I need to get to. I have this amount of money to invest in it, and this is the plan of action, and these are my skills. But maybe you're not familiar with AI. Maybe that's what's scary. And so this really helps you start looking at certain things that relate to your experience. And it does so through this audit. So Pivot Pilot maps your existing talents to AI augmented careers, turning displacement into your greatest takeoff. So you got to embrace change, you got to embrace the pivot and see what new opportunities there might be. See where you can stretch your tent pegs and really find new avenues. So we'll start here. We can explore the map, and this is what the map is. It's the Vibe Entry Resume. So it looks at your resume. So by telling your story, it doesn't have to be an actual resume, it can just be you explaining what you really love to do. The Alchemy Engine, AI translates your human skills into AI era competencies and actionable career paths. So this is looking at career paths that AI hasn't touched as yet, or maybe has a bit more longevity, or maybe it's a starting point for your own business. Micro project generator. Get a project you can build today to prove your new direction with real results. So that's an actual project you can work on. 30-day flight plan, a personalized week-by-week roadmap to transition into an AI augmented career. So then looking at how you can use your talents with AI to create your own path, and then use AEO, which is the next one, for visibility. So that is optimize your online presence so AI search engines and recruiters can find you first. So, obviously there's a lot more work that needs to go into AEO, but at least it's something that you can start doing, because we're so early in this thing that, even enterprise people haven't mastered that yet. So you have a really good advantage if you get in now. So career takeoff, from displaced to highly visible, your human talent amplifies by AI becomes your superpower. So instead of making AI the enemy, make AI your superpower. As soon as you start to see momentum and you starting to win, suddenly AI is not your enemy anymore. Suddenly AI is, something that you can really use for good. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying that there aren't any issues, but I am saying that, see the benefits more than you see all the downside, because more negativity breeds more negativity, and it just is a whole cycle of negativity. But if you look at it optimistically and see what AI can do, you can then begin to learn how to trust it and learn the tools that are actually going to be beneficial to humanity. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. And then 3 pillars about reinnovation or reinvention. AI isn't replacement, it's a lever for your existing human talent. So sometimes, talent is just sort of stagnant because it's not being stretched. So, for example, we've seen those Disney cartoons, and it's been, hand drawn beautifully and everything, but it's the same cartoon drawn in different ways, right? It's the same Donald Duck, it's the same Mickey Mouse. There's no real new innovation, and that's because it's just a historical cartoon. So now maybe, God's opening up an avenue where, because you're so talented and so creative, God wants you to use that talent to maybe do something else, something new. Maybe he wants you to teach children different things using AI and your animation skills combined, and to create a new character, and to give it a personality and give it that emotional edge and that connection that, Disney has done so well with Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. Maybe, there's something new that hasn't been invented, and once it's invented and out in the world and people start to adopt it and embrace it, it becomes something iconic. But you'll never know if you don't try and you don't test these tools out and see for yourself what is going to work for you. So, translation, human experience AI workflow, validating that your old skills are still valuable. Creation, prompting, building, moving from users of AI to creators of AI with AI. And visibility, SEO to AEO, ensuring your new direction is indexed and recognized by AI models. So, natural language resume, I wrote here, I use Whisperflow and I spoke it into being. I loved working in the bookshop, creating amazing displays of gifts, artworks, plaques, books, and all sorts of amazing things. I loved the people that came in and connected with the community one-on-one, and was able to sell them different varieties of items in the shop. So then I hit activate the alchemy engine, and this is what it came up with. Your skills transformed. Here's how your human experience translates into an AI era competency. And your human skill, which is visual storytelling, obviously with the display. The AI equivalent is AI art direction, and the tools to learn with that is Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion. I would also add Google Gemini and, obviously ChatGPT's image models, Nana Banana, that kind of thing. I'd also add that in. Content creation, AI content strategy, which is what the AI equivalent job role is. And then tools to learn, Jasper, Copy AI, and content workflows. I'd also include Claude, because Claude's a very good tool to use for writing. brand development. The AI equivalent is AI brand engineering. And then tools to learn is brand AI tools, style transfer, and generative branding. So basically, those tools can really help you leverage branding. And then creative problem solving, creative AI orchestration, comfy UI, runway ML, creative workflows. So that is basically what you need to learn in order to level up, basically. Your micro project, and that gives you a little micro project that you can get started with. Create a style transfer studio using AI tools. Curate a collection showing how your creative eye guides AI to produce on-brand visuals. Document the prompt engineering process as your portfolio piece. So 30-day roadmap, your personalized transition plan week by week. So this is the step 3 for your flight plan. So week 1, foundation, master 2 AI image generation tools, study AI art direction workflows, and build a prompt library for your style. So maybe you want to actually teach other people how to create window displays, for instance. You can use that art direction and create a course using AI or kind of a web app, taking people through how to put together a window display nicely and how to productize merch and set up a table display. All of that you can really show people, especially if they're not used to doing that sort of work. So then W2 exploration, create an AI assisted design project, experiment with AI video tools, join creative AI communities. And then creation, build an AI enhanced portfolio piece, create a case study of AI and creativity, share your work on social platforms. And then launch, apply to creative tech roles, launch your AI creative portfolio, and optimize your presence for AEO. So I hope that really kind of helped you understand that a bit better. Obviously, it's powered by Everjoy AI, which is my brand, and then also I have like the aeroplane explaining what it is and how it works. And basically, you can then decide whether this is something that you'd like to do and try and give it a go. Because if you don't take action steps in a positive direction, nothing's going to change. And we've seen through history how people who are really thriving through this change and chaos have a better mindset to bounce back and rediscover their purpose, and others who don't and then sink into a spiral of depression or frustration or violence or stirring up anguish, anxiety, and just lashing out. And that's not what we want. We want everyone to thrive, but the only way you do that is take action and to try something new, to give it a go. Be curious, see what it's about. Don't just make snap judgments without actually testing it for yourself and seeing what would be right for you. Not everything will be right for you, but you might find something that is working for you and is not working against you. So I hope that's really been insightful, and that even if you don't know much about AI, I'm here to guide you, because I've done now almost a year now, year and 8 months or something like that, or a year and 6 months actually. So it's been a wild ride, but I think we can really look to the future with optimism and not get down about what's happening, because I just feel that we can really make a positive impact in the world, and that's what I want to do anyway. So I hope that this was insightful and that we can work together maybe. Do contact me. My email address is in the description in the bottom, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bye now.